Babes,
Mm-hmm.
I found out last night that your mom,
Mm-hmm.
again, this sounds like a repeat from last week, is planning to visit you next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about this?
It would be nice to see her. I haven't seen her since I think it was June.
Yeah.
And she is only going to be here. She's only planning to be here for 3 days because she's going to be flying out with my grandma at the end of January.
Wow.
Yep.
So we probably won't have a lunch where we talk about demons this time.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh.
I love you, babes. My family's weird too, so don't feel too bad.
Everybody's family's weird. There's no family that is immune to it. Everybody's family's weird.
Apparently.
Yeah. I don't think there's any quote-unquote normal family in the world. There's always some weird person in it, or two, or a bunch.
I mean, I feel like the outcast in my family there's the obvious reason about blindness. And, we've discussed this before. When you're a blind person, you are a minority in your own family. But there's also, I feel like I put my foot in my mouth a lot.
Mm.
And I think that's actually a good thing because it means that I don't follow the status quo. But it also translates into my family has their own little cliques, and I don't really feel like I belong to any of them, really. So I feel like a lone wolf in a way, which I'm sure you already picked up from me. Right. How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess my family is different. Everybody's family is different, but they want to include me in things for sure, but I kind of feel like it's what they want me to be in. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, they have expectations, and some of it, yes, I agree with, and some of it I don't. But I feel like if you grow up in an Asian family, and I think typically this happens in Asian families, moms and dads want to mold their kids into what they think is best for them. And they don't want them to really think for themselves, it feels like. Mm. That's how I feel in my family anyway. Like, I can think to a point, if that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But they don't want you to question certain beliefs.
Well, certain, and it's not necessarily bad, but they want to pretty much force me to do what they think I should do. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily what they believe is bad. It's just that, hey, maybe I want to do it this way.
We've also discussed this, is that I feel, and it's easy for me to say this as an outsider, that maybe you could do a better job with advocating for yourself.
But I would push back and say, it's not easy to advocate for myself in a family like that. As loving as they are, and it's easy for you to say that because you've always done that for yourself.
Exactly. It's just the nature of being Rick. Is if I have a problem with a relative, I'll just, stop talking to them.
Right, exactly, right?
I'm like Bing Crosby without kids, I guess. Keep going, babes.
But you know what I mean? It's easy for somebody to say that unless you're actually in the family.
Yeah.
And if you're in the family, it's like, yes, I'd like to be more assertive. Yes, I'd like to advocate for myself. But there are people that are trying to prevent me from doing it. I don't think that they realize that they're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing about it. They don't understand that. So they can't change it because they don't know that they're doing it.
There's a fantasy that I have. It's honestly with my dad's side of the family and not my mom's side of the family. My mom's side of the family, everybody does their own thing. But it doesn't feel like as united as my dad's side of the family does. In a good way. Mm-hmm. In a good way. But the fantasy I have, and I have many fantasies, as you know, is that, I don't know, maybe over the summer, and, the fantasy, changes with the year, but it's the basic templates. There's going to be the biggest lottery in American history, and I'm going to buy the only winning ticket. And at the same time, people who I have beef with in my family are going to be really suffering. I'm going to be in a position to help, and we'll just choose not to. What do you think of this fantasy?
It's a little selfish.
Of them, yeah.
No, of you.
Okay.
Well, it's selfish because I think that it's great to think, oh, what can I do with all this money?
Yeah.
But I honestly think it's not going to be good for you in the long run.
I've had this fantasy probably since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a fantasy of being greedy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, that's what it sounds like, doesn't it? I want to keep all the money to myself and not give a cent to my family. Is that what, I mean, that's exactly what it is, right?
And again, I'm thinking of certain members of my family, right? So there are exceptions to the rule.
You have a fantasy of being selfish and greedy. I get it.
Right. But we also do celebrate that here in America, right? So it's not...
Well, some people do. Some people don't. Some people are a lot more generous than others. I don't think everybody who's rich is a greedy, grubby person. But there are greedy and grubby people who are, especially if they have, if they're in power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But not every rich person is like that.
As you know. Yeah, there are exceptions to every rule. I've met rich people who are very cool and extremely generous. Now, part of that may be the situation I met them in. So maybe that doesn't translate into their everyday lives. Or maybe they are different than the normal, like, super rich person. And nowadays, what do we consider rich? Like, when I was a kid, we used to think if somebody had $1 million, they're set for life.
Right.
And now in some parts of the country, that's enough to buy an average house.
Uh-huh. And for a cup of coffee, right, in America, which it doesn't really say a whole lot for a cup of coffee, that could buy a cow in another country to feed a family, or a goat.
Could it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you could buy a goat for $3 anywhere.
Well, I mean, if you donated, or maybe it's a little bit more than $3.
By the way, a cup of coffee could be $5 now. Yeah. I don't really drink coffee, to be honest. So
I don't either.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you, like, for example, if there's an organization that is wanting to ask people to donate, I don't know, like maybe $50. Okay, I'm just giving a random cost, right? $50, you can buy, whatever it is, like a new accessory for your iPhone for $50, right? That could probably get you, that could probably be feeding kids in other countries for that $50.
Yeah.
So that $50 could be stretched a long way in another country, and we take $50 in this country for granted sometimes.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, like we're talking 90s.
Yeah.
There used to be all these organizations on TV that would say, donate, a penny a day and it'll save this kid's life. And I remember thinking to myself, that seems a little bit exaggerated to me. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Those things kind of seem like scams.
But you were too young to understand how that works, though.
I was. But, and I don't know if this organization was, but I'm thinking of the Christian Children's Fund.
Oh, yeah, I've heard commercials for that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are some legit organizations that really do help kids. That actually helps feed kids and clothe kids and things like that.
My mind goes to the Sam Kinison routine where he says, there's a camera guy looking at some poor starving kid from Africa with a sandwich, and the camera guy has a sandwich in his hand, and they're just saying, don't feed him yet.
Don't feed him yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, okay, Bob.
But now there's so many ways to follow the money where it's going, right? Because back when we were kids, we didn't know how to do that.
No.
We didn't have the resources. Computers weren't really, they were used, but they were only used in like secretarial jobs and other things, right? They weren't so widely used. And of course we didn't have any cell phones. But now it's so easy to track the money that organizations are getting.
I have a lot of fantasies. That doesn't surprise you, no, I would imagine.
A lot of money fantasies.
Well, here's another one.
Oh.
And you might not have heard this one. You've heard some variation of this, but if I had the wherewithal, like the knowledge, I would start a fake charity and maybe become like a registered minister and associated with my fake church.
Like a cult leader, right?
Not like a cult leader, but this money scam. Like that seems like that would be a fun money scam to do.
Bubs,
what?
Don't do that.
Well, I don't have the knowledge base to do
it.
Because I think in order to do something like that, I'd really have to know the Bible. But beyond that, I'd have to know business law. I know obviously you have attorneys, but you want to have some knowledge of this.
You have to know marketing.
Yeah, well, I can market something like that, but I need a certain amount of wisdom on areas where I lack. Oh. But I think it would be fun, right?
No, Bubs. Okay. You don't want to scam people out of their money, then you'll be sent to jail like Bernie Madoff.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of scammers out there.
Keith Raniere.
Yeah.
What about Keith Raniere?
Well, okay, I would say, do I know that this guy's a con artist? No, but do you think that Creflo Dollar is legit? I would have my doubts.
I don't listen to him, and I heard some horrible things about him too. So, isn't it funny that his last name is Dollar?
Well, exactly. He changed it to that, but
did he?
I'm assuming. I don't think he was born with the last name Dollar.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I could be wrong. We were talking about Joel Osteen the other day.
Yeah, Joel Osteen is he could. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if you could legally call these people frauds, but what I would say is, it seems a little suspect on the surface.
They profit a lot. Like Benny Hinn for sure is a fraud. I know that.
I don't know.
No, because I really believe that because his own nephew, Costi Hinn, wrote a book against the prosperity gospel that Benny Hinn was preaching about.
Costi Hinn?
Costi Hinn, yeah.
That might be a fun book to read.
Yeah, and he's a pastor, but he doesn't practice the prosperity gospel that his own uncle is preaching.
I know the name Benny Hinn, and I believe he actually had beef with Joel Osteen. But I could be remembering that wrong, but I've never listened to any of these guys' programs.
No, Benny Hinn has been criticized because there were people that really needed healing and he wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, I'm not attracted to that world.
I've never really. I mean, I've been questioning that for years.
But that's also another reason why another one of my fantasies of becoming a televangelist wouldn't work, because I don't know enough about that world.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, like I imagine if I became one, people would ask me about other televangelists, and I'd be like, "Who? What's this dude's scam?"
Oh my goodness, Bubs!
I'd be a cool televangelist, don't you think so?
No, Bubs, come on, don't even think about it.
Let me ask you a question.
Why?
So, because you know the Christian world, so we have TBN, right?
Yeah, I don't listen to it anymore. I watch it anymore.
Are there any other big so you know how like Fox News has Newsmax, CNN has MSNBC. Are there any other big competitors to TBN?
I think there's a channel called Daystar, which I don't really listen to much either. Daystar is I think Marcus and Joni Lamb was the head of that station, but Marcus has since died.
Nice.
He was not nice, Bubs.
Oh,
bad.
He's in a bad place.
Bubs.
Keep going, babes.
I don't think. I think they headed that network, but I don't even watch them at all. There's some questionable Christian shows that I don't watch anymore.
I'm assuming that TBN leans pretty conservative. Politically.
Yes. It used to be called CBN, actually, before it became the Trinity Broadcasting Network.
It was the Christian...
Christian Broadcasting Network.
Why'd they change it up?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think unless CBN was a separate channel, but I'm not quite sure what the history is. But I do remember CBN used to be around when I was a kid.
Nice. Here's my question for you.
What?
I mean, I'm assuming the answer is no, but is there like...
I think there's also a channel called the Church Channel, too.
Okay. Is there a liberal version of TBN?
No.
There's no like LCBN.
No, I'm telling you, Buzz. Liberalism does not mix with Christianity very well.
I actually very much agree with you, but I keep meeting liberals who talk about how they're also Christians. And to me,
they want to live two different lifestyles.
Yeah, I can finish a sentence too once in a while. To me, it's Bob. You speak when spoken to.
No, Bubs.
What?
I'm sorry, but
that's okay.
you're mean.
No, I'm not mean. I was just trying to finish the thought. Well, no, I was trying to finish the thought, babes. You're the one who's against it. Give me a kiss.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my badness. But yeah, I always look. Well, I'm not a big fan of Christians in general. I always look down on them. But when
like me.
Yeah, but when I. But when I hear about like a liberal Christian, I think, bro, you are not in the right room.
No, they're not. They don't mix together. They're kind of like it's kind of like water and oil. You don't mix it together because it just doesn't go together. I think these people are just trying to be posers, really.
I don't know about that.
Christian posers.
I'm sure that's the case with some of them, but I think a lot of people are just misled to Christianity. And some good liberals go down a bad path with it.
Some good Christians go down a bad path too, Bubs.
Well, I guess good Christians go down a bad path, but I'm talking about like liberals who... No, I've met some really cool Christian liberals. And maybe it's just that I haven't done enough research, but to me, Christianity seems against everything that liberalism stands for.
Absolutely, it does. It does. It really, really does. It so does not. Those two worlds just do not mix together.
Yeah, but like I've met Christian pastors who were like pro hug, pro, talking things out with people, anti-Trump, who are like pro gay, very pro gay rights, and I think, oh man, if only we just didn't disagree about religion.
I think that's the wrong kind of profession they should be in then. I do, because it's got liberalism written all over it.
Well, but it's also, it's not as oppressive. It's not oppressive like Christianity.
Yeah, but how do you know it's oppressive? That's just your opinion. You don't know anything about it, really.
Yeah. Now, in fairness, some liberal Christians might make the argument that conservative Christians are bastardizing it for everybody, and they're bastardizing the word of God. Now, I'm not a theologian. I don't know enough. But I'm just telling you on the surface, as somebody who was raised in America. And babes!
I just want to see if you're awake.
I was. Hey, are you up? Hey, get up, okay? Hey, time to get up. Hey, time to get up.
Okay.
All right, take over.
Well, wait a second.
What's up?
I think conservatives make the same argument for liberals that they're watering down the word of God, and they're cherry picking what they want and making all the other stuff irrelevant, and just cherry picking the stuff that they want.
But everybody cherry picks what they want in life. That's part of the realization I came to recently, we talked about yesterday. Nobody really wants the truth. It's like people want to say that they're in favor of the truth, but they're really, most people aren't. Nobody's an extreme. I
wouldn't say most people are, because again, you're making a declarative statement when you don't even know.
I just corrected myself. I said it's probably not nobody. It's most people. They want their version of the truth. And not their version meaning how it applies to their life, but their version meaning they want positive feedback for their personal beliefs. And I think that's something that's pretty much across the board with liberals and conservatives, is they just want confirmation that what they believe is true. But they don't want to be challenged. That's all.
I don't think there is the truth to every side of the story. And the question is, like you said, who really wants the real truth and who actually is willing to tell the real truth? And I think to say that everybody's biased is, I don't think that's fair. I don't.
Oh, well, I love you, babes.
I love you, Bob.
Yeah. Well, good for the conservative Christians out there. Say, whoa. Yeah, but... Oh, my goodness. Here's another question.
Do we really?
Okay, so you know how C-SPAN does book TV on the weekends?
I don't watch it.
Oh, you don't want to see it?
You told me about it, but I don't watch it.
It's really cool, and it's a great way to find out about new books that are coming out. And as a side note, I have wondered to myself, how much longer will we have C-SPAN? But that's a discussion for another time.
Ay.
Okay, and I don't know if you've ever been to an event that'll be broadcast on C-SPAN and they'll film it ahead of time. It's actually really cool. I went to one at the Tattered Cover in downtown Denver like 10 plus years ago. And I've come close to going to other ones, but it just hasn't happened. My question to you is, at least back in the day when you used to watch TBN, were there like guest pastors on the weekend? So could you go to like a random church and just find out, oh, this is going to be on TBN next week?
I don't know, to be honest, because I wasn't watching it all day. Yeah. So I really don't know. I think there might have been guest pastors. There probably was guest pastors on shows, but I couldn't tell you other than that.
Interesting stuff, babes.
It is interesting stuff.
Yeah. I could run a really interesting, like, religious channel. Don't you think so?
No.
Why not?
Because it'd all be mixed up. Like your mind is mixed
up. Oh my goodness. No, I would have some conservatives on it, because the reason why you would want to have a mix of conservatives and like super libs is because, like, let's say everybody decided to focus on Matthew 16:27 that day, but it would be like different takes of it. So you could, if you tune in the morning and then tune in the afternoon, you get two different pastors' takes on Matthew 16:27.
Are you sure there's a 27th verse in Matthew 16?
Hit it. Tell me what it is.
I could check.
I don't know if there is. I didn't watch it.
Actually, I'm gonna check right now.
Oh my goodness!
Because I'm actually curious to see.
I just made that number up. I wasn't planning it.
Don't worry, you're not getting a lesson, but I will check to see if you are correct, because there is a 16th chapter of Matthew.
Nice.
Let's see. Chapter. Hold on, just checking. Okay.
Hey, Julio.
Huh?
Hey, Julio.
Bubs.
No, I'm just joking, babes.
Be good boy.
I am good boy, babes. We already know that.
Okay, I passed it. On. I passed Matthew 16. Let me see. It's a long book, so it's like 28 chapters.
While Alana's doing that, let me tell you about some YouTube videos I saw last night. I found this newscast from, I want to say it was Coin 6 from like 1989 or 1990. And they were talking about, it was Shirley Hancock, which it's been a while since I heard that name. And it was, okay, now I just feel like I'm rambling here.
Oh, yeah, it is. There is a Matthew 16:27.
Hit it.
For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. There you go.
Nice.
So that's the verse. So yes, there is a Matthew 16:27.
Nice.
So there you go.
Well, good.
Anyway.
Well, go ahead.
So you watch some luxury home stuff.
I did, but last night I got a YouTube recommendation for a news broadcast that was done on Coin 6 back in the day. I can't remember if it was 89 or 90. I want to say 89. It was probably late 89. And they were talking about this kid who was like a rancher at the age of like 9 and he was missing.
Oh, wow.
It was really weird because I didn't know that you could still be, I mean, obviously this is more than 30 years ago. But I didn't even know that back then you could be a rancher at age 9, and he was missing with his horse.
And what year was this again?
I said either 89 or 90.
I'm sorry, I'm just asking.
That's okay, babes.
Wow, and he was, wow.
Yeah. And then they were talking about how there was some damage to like a restaurant, but it was like a pipeline issue. And some dude from Austin was coming back to become like a Portland commissioner. I was kind of awake, kind of not. And it was interesting that like Shirley Hancock was, doing the news because she hasn't been a newscaster in I don't know how long.
Wow. Yeah. And she's been around since you were a kid then.
I remember watching her as a kid. I think she got pregnant at some point and left the news for a while. And then she came back to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a really weird YouTube algorithm. I just get like all these weird things from luxury homes to like
to cooking stuff.
Yeah, super lefty media guitar stuff. But I like my algorithm, I think. I mean, it's programming me in some ways. How do you feel about that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I wish I could just watch Dr. Phil episodes on YouTube like you.
Well, you can.
I
just
could.
To search for it.
Yeah, but I don't.
Oh my goodness. Some of the topics are kind of provocative, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's why I like watching it, even though there are some issues I have with Dr. Phil.
Nice.
Yeah. Some issues I have with Dr. Phil. So.
What are some of your issues with him?
The whole spanking thing with him, like any kid that's spanked is going to grow up to be a violent person, which is absolutely not true.
Oh, he's anti-spanking. I didn't know that.
No, he's anti-spanking, and I don't think he has anything to back up his reasons. Because I've met kids that were spanked when I've met people that were spanked as kids, and none of them grew up to be violent. I didn't grow up to be violent.
I don't think that spanking is the end of the world. Having said that, I don't think that people should spank their kids.
But the people that are against spanking don't really know what spanking is.
Right, but you do know that Dr. Phil. I mean, I'm assuming he is an actual doctor.
Yeah, he was a forensic psychologist. Yes.
So, presumably, he has access to research.
Yeah, but you're assuming that everything he says because he's a psychologist is true.
I'm not assuming everything. It seems a lot of it just seems like craziness to me. But on this issue, it seems like he might have some basis in reality.
I don't think so. I'm not on this issue. I mean, for him to say, well, I think that, I don't. He has not provided, in my opinion, any evidence that would back up his claim that a child that is spanked grows up to be a violent person. I just don't. I do not see it.
So he didn't spank his kids then?
I'm guessing he didn't. If he didn't believe in spanking.
Oh, wait! How did he punish these kids?
I don't know. What? How would I know that? I don't know.
I don't know. Cold showers? What did he do?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know some parents are really weird about that stuff. Like, they'll make the kid eat hot sauce if they lie to them. I've heard about a mom that wouldn't just make the kid eat hot sauce, but she would give the kid cold showers, and she got in trouble for it because I think her video went viral.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing about spanking. If you really want to punish your kids, it's very uncreative. Like, you could do better if your goal is to, like, to send them to the therapist's office as an adult.
I honestly think the cold showers and the hot sauce thing is a lot more extreme than just a pat on the backside.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I know ex-girlfriends keep coming up on the show.
Yeah, because you bring them up.
Yeah, usually mine. Yeah. I was dating this girl way, way back in the day, and she was staying with a family, and their form of punishment was they would give their kids cold showers.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would rather get the spanking than the cold showers. At least that would be over.
Now, who knows how
cold showers?
Well, who knows how much of this is true? But the girl I was seeing claimed that the family was told to do this by like a family counselor.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would rather get a SWAT than be in a cold shower, because that lasts a little bit longer than.
If I had to choose, I'd probably take spanking over a cold shower.
Absolutely, I would. I would be like, okay, it's going to be over in a little bit. It's going to hurt, but then it's going to go away. But the cold shower, you have to be in there for however long they want you in there.
But you could do other creative punishments with kids, right? So you could tie their hands behind their back and then put a feather under their nose and tickle them for an hour.
So mean.
Right?
That is so mean.
What else could you do? You could tie them to their bed, and not for anything sexual, but just like leave them on their bed tied up so they don't leave the house. What?
I think everybody's glad that you're not a father.
Why is that?
Because you would do that to your kids, right? You tie them to their beds, leave them there until you come home.
What you could do too is you could like stuff a sock in their mouth and like
kill them.
No, they can still breathe through your nose. And you could like duct tape it. into their mouth.
Oh, both.
So you have like one part of the sock outside of their mouth. What?
Stop it.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Is Dr. Phil for doing stuff like that, or he's against?
I don't know what he is for as far as disciplining, but he's very much against spanking.
Wow.
He probably is against cold showers. That's just really cruel and unusual, I think.
How does he? No, I'm not going to make a joke. I was going to say something that I think is funny, but probably over the top.
It is always over the top with you.
Oh my goodness! What other things do you disagree with him
on? I don't know, like expecting people to read his book, because I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a shameless one.
He's a psychologist, and he might have some really good ideas, but I don't want to get his book because a lot of it is very self-helpy type of stuff. Like, I
don't think I would ever read a Dr. Phil book.
No, I don't have any desire to read it. I mean, there might be some books where he writes about people you should watch out for, okay? Because that is helpful stuff, but there's some stuff in his books, I would imagine, that just sounds way too self-helpish. And I think a lot of psychologists tend to go the self-help route, and I never got into that.
Any other disagreements with this man?
Those are the two I can think of.
Okay. I never got into a show, but I'll take your word for it.
But the only reason why I like the shows is just for the provocative topics and how he thinks that people should solve them. And of course, again, I don't agree with everything he says.
So I know that neither one of us is a Dr. Oz fan. And I think he
anymore.
Quit his show to run
a very bad campaign for Senate.
Yeah. Is he going to return to TV? What's the deal there?
I don't keep up with this man anymore.
Oh, good.
I'm just out of the loop with anything Dr. Oz because I think he's a phony. I really do.
Oh.
Now that I know more about what his stands on GMOs are and that he is for kids getting puberty blockers and
that's a step too far for me.
No, I mean, if he's going to claim to be about natural stuff, those things aren't natural. That could really damage a child's sexual reproductive health.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody identifies as trans and they want to, dress up as a different gender, I'm for that. But and if somebody's 18 and they want to take, medication to transition, that's their personal choice. But I think if somebody's under the age of 18, that's when it gets tricky for me. If they want to take, medication,
that could really stunt a girl or a boy's growth.
Yeah.
Physically.
And they're finding out too, I hope this isn't just like a conservative thing I heard, but apparently if you just wait a couple years and let somebody, get into their early 20s, a lot of people who identify as trans, choose the gender that they were born as their...
Oh yeah, they grow out. So a lot of people grow out of it and they choose not to get surgery.
Yeah, and that's not saying that everybody does, but it's saying, hey, let's...
No, it's not just... It's not... I think I think it's straight down the aisle. I mean, it's been proven that kids who just think that they're trans as teenagers don't end up. Some of them grow out of it and they decide that that's not what they want to do.
Yeah, and it's so I would just say give it a couple years unlike Dr. Oz. But I now having said that, it is kind of cool that a pro-Trump Republican is also in favor of transgender issues, because when I think of Trump, I don't think of somebody who's tolerant of people who have different sexual orientations.
There's actually some health ramifications. Did you know that if a woman, or I'm sorry, if a boy decides that they are not a boy and they want to transition to a girl when they're middle school or whatever, or even high school, and they start taking puberty blockers, you know what it can do to them sexually?
Yeah, it can do some weird stuff.
Well, no, what I'm going to say is it takes away their sensitivity, so they can't feel it.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying wait until you're older. That would be my thing. Wait until you're at least 18 and all that good stuff. But I do like, again, that somebody who is a Trump Republican is more open to different lifestyles.
I don't know that he is a Trump Republican. I think he's just pretending to be.
Trump endorsed him, and
yeah, but that doesn't make him a Trump Republican. That just means that Trump endorsed him. I don't think that everybody he endorsed, like Kevin McCarthy isn't. He just pretended to be.
That's true.
And I think Dr. Oz pretended to be, because he really is a liberal. He really is. He's been he advocated for abortion. He wants children to have puberty blockers. He's not America's doctor like a lot of people think he is.
Oh,
he's a fake and a phony.
If I were him, then what I would do is I would return to live TV and I'd do an abortion right on my first episode. Ow, babes, what's up?
That idea, Bob.
Why?
It's almost like watching an execution, except it's a baby in the womb.
Oh my goodness! And then I'd give puberty blockers to the teenage mom. Ouch. Well, I guess if she's pregnant, she's already gone through puberty, but ouch.
Be good boy.
I am good boy. I'm telling you what I would do if I was Dr. Oz. Well, if I was Dr. Oz, I'd probably just like retire with my money and, kick back.
Or go back to surgery. Heart surgery.
I've heard that he's actually a really good heart surgeon.
I heard that too, but I think he should have stayed a heart surgeon.
Well, no, he made a lot of money doing TV.
Yeah, but everybody's finding out that this guy is doesn't really believe in what he says, I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I personally think he should go back to being a heart surgeon, or at least retire or something, because his kids are growing up.
If I don't know how many kids he has. I don't follow this dude.
I don't either.
I follow him a little bit just because he was running for Senate, but it's not like I spent years watching his show.
I watched a little here, a little there, but I didn't watch it all the time. Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. I've seen a couple YouTube clips, and I think when my grandmother was still alive, when I would go over to her house, sometimes she would have the show on. But I'd see it passively.
There's a couple things that I would agree with him on. Like, one of the things that you can take to help you go to sleep is tart cherry juice.
I didn't know
that. So if you didn't want to take melatonin, you could take cherry juice or warm milk or bananas.
I prefer melatonin.
Bananas are good for you too.
Oh.
But those are some things that I would agree with. But what's really confusing is that he is actually for GMOs, and I'm like, well, if you really are for GMOs, and don't tell everybody on the story that don't tell everybody in your audience that you should go natural on everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
It just isn't. It's so hypocritical to me.
Well, good. Well, maybe he could do commercials for Monsanto's. He can promote Roundup. All that.
I know. Yeah, Roundup is really bad.
Yeah.
Roundup weed killer.
Yeah.
Do a promotional video for glyphosate.
Yep. Talk about how you're pro January 6th and glyphosate and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Give me a kiss.
You're going on strange tangents.
Oh my goodness, because he's supposed to appeal to the Trump people.
He's not appealing to any
give me a kiss,
Trump person. He's a Pojo, Bubs, a Pojo.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm happy for him there, Jay. Well, he's a rich poser.
Well, tell him to give you money then.
You know how I like the idea of luxury apartments and houses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, and I know you said that you believe that when you die, the reality is going to be so much different. We can't even compare it to anything.
Of course.
And based on my one out-of-body experience, I would tend to side with you on that. But then we have many divergent thoughts about the afterlife. But I wonder how many people like Creflo Dollar or Dr. Oz or Oprah or Dr. Phil believe that when they die, they're going to have like some luxury like apartment in the same building as God. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, God's going to be living in the city.
Oh.
There is a city, and outside of the city are mansions.
Oh, so you do believe in mansions in the afterlife?
I told you that.
Okay, maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Well, that's what you always say, Bubble.
Okay, so I imagine a heavenly mansion is like next level. Like
it's something. It's not like any. I would imagine it as something that no man could ever make.
Yeah, like I've seen some cool luxury tours, but that's like next level pimping.
You know, yes, Bubs.
What?
You're not going to be thinking about next level pimping up there if you actually make it up there.
But doesn't that? Okay, that seems very materialistic that there would be mansions in the afterlife. Like I'm a materialistic dude, and I have weird fantasies.
Well, think about it this way, Bubs.
Go ahead.
It's not so much materialistic, but it's a reward. It's not. I mean, I don't think we're going to be thinking about materials after this.
But then why do we need luxury mansions?
Well, we don't even know if they're going to be luxury mansions. It's just going to be, I don't even know if they're going to be considered luxury mansions. I don't know.
But you said there's going to be mansions.
There's going to be mansions, but like I said, they're going to be different than these. They're probably going to be better.
Yeah.
But, heavenly beauty is different than, I would think it's different than earthly beauty. So all this like big pimpin' talk that you talk about.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
Don't even.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot different. We're not going to be thinking about it like, oh wow, I got this really cool house. No.
So if we're not going to be thinking about it like that, then why do we need a really cool house?
Think of it as a reward for labors.
But why have a reward if we're not going to think about the reward?
Like I said, Bubs, our state of mind is going to be, I honestly think is going to be different, and we're not going to be thinking about the earthly ways of thinking.
Okay, so God lives in the city.
He is, yes.
And we're going to assume that God either
and there are people that are going to be living in the city with him.
Okay, we're going to assume that God either has like a really tricked out luxury apartment. Goodness. Like a couple floors, or like he's gonna have like the coolest mansion ever.
Bubs.
And my question to you, babe.
Bubs.
What?
Stop it.
I have a question for you, babe.
What? I don't know the answer.
I know you don't, but I'm asking you based on what you read as a theologian. You don't have a theology degree?
I don't.
You're close to getting it, though.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're not close.
I'm not a theologian. I just read my Bible a lot. What?
As somebody who reads her Bible a lot, do you think it's going to be one of those things? Does everybody in the city get an invite every night to God's mansion for dinner? Or is he like one of those things where he's like, I don't want to see Tom again. Maybe we'll have Tom over next week, but we just had him over last night. And this every night business, maybe I could have thought about it a little bit more.
Bubs!
What do you think? Does everybody in the city Yeah.
Stop it. Okay. You're asking weird questions that I can't answer.
Okay.
And if you ask me again, I'm going to tickle you again.
Oh, well then. Okay. Give me a kiss. All right. Give me a kiss.
No, you mocking.
No, how am I mocking? Why? I'm asking questions.
Weird ones.
Oh my goodness.
I am not sure if it's going to be like that.
Oh, you have to pull me.
I guess that side's too sensitive. Okay. It wasn't there.
What? Okay. I love you. It was on my heart, though.
That's not where your heart is, Bubs.
No, I know. I touched your boob, but you poked me in the heart.
Your heart is not there.
I know. What I said, babes, is I touched your boob after you poked me in the heart.
No, that was your side.
Yeah, that was the side of my heart, babes. That was where my
That's not where your heart is.
You could have killed me, babes.
Bubs, that's not where your heart is. That's where your ribs are.
You almost killed me.
Bubs, you don't even know where your heart is.
Give me a kiss.
Bubs.
Oh, babe, you knocked that one.
I'm sorry.
Give me a kiss.
Bubs.
Remember kissy time.
Bubs.
Remember.
Bubs,
Remember kissy time.
Bubs.
What's up?
That's not where your heart is.
It's the side of my heart.
That's where your ribs are.
No. I think that's I don't know.
No, that's not where it is, Bubs.
Okay, good.
I should know, Bubs. I had to get a chest scan.
Oh, that's right.
And your heart is not there.
Oh, interesting.
Now your lungs go all the way to where your back is.
Well, good.
But that's where your rib cage is, Bubs.
Nice.
Like where your chest is.
Nice.
But that's not where your heart is located. It's located over heel.
Oh, really?
Bubs! Oh my goodness.
I thought here, Phil. I thought it was like right here to like here.
No. Your heart starts from here, but it doesn't go all the way here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, I know a lot of stuff, but I do not know physiology as well as I should. Apparently.
No, apparently no. Your heart doesn't go. No, I poked you in your ribs.
Well, good. Well, I love you there, Jaylo Wib.
Jaylo Wib.
Yeah, you're my favorite Jaylo Wib.
Oh my goodness.
Babes.
Yep.
Enough about this heavenly craziness that you like to bring up.
No, you brought it up, both.
I'm sure I did.
Oh, yes, you did.
I've been doing some reading.
Reading?
Reading, yep.
Not reading.
Not reading.
Oh my goodness. You are so strange. You do it all the time, Bubs.
What?
Every time you talk about reading, it's reading.
Reading? Some darn reading?
Reading.
Okay, I'm not going to go into the book too much because we are going to watch the film adaptation probably in 2 weeks after your mom is gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I did finish reading Sleepers, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow.
Really good book. And you know me, I don't read a lot of fiction, but that was very enjoyable.
But you're not even sure if it is real, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I check online, I get mixed signals on whether or not it's based on a true story or not. But it's good, though.
Yeah, you said there were some parts that were pretty intense, so.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit heated reading it yesterday. And unfortunately, I don't want to give too many details away, but it's especially when they go to the boys' camp. And there's scenes before then where they're getting into these fights that were kind of intense. So,
wow.
Tough stuff there. Jaylo.
Yeah, well.
I read a book this week called The Other Westmore. And it's one of those books I think I heard about on NPR. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy NPR, but they're a little bit too full of themselves, as you know.
Obviously. I can imagine one of them going, obviously. This wine really does go with my cheese.
There's some joke on, you know the dude Sacha Baron Cohen who did Borat?
Of course. And Ali G?
Yeah.
Or is it Ollie G?
Ollie G.
Ollie G.
Remember we searched and there was that like Republican congressman who had to resign?
Are you talking about Elliot Spitzer?
No, he was a Democrat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was a Republican congressman who had to resign because he was on a show that Sacha Baron Cohen did for Showtime like a few years ago.
I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, but in that show there was like another joke too where he's like, I'm an average white male reporting for NPR. And I remember that cracked me up.
Did he still have his British accent though?
I think he was acting like he was American.
You think.
But anyways, so NPR is a little bit too full of themselves. Yeah, they are. Even though I like a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, like Fresh Air.
Yeah. I have issues with Terry Gross. I don't like how she replays a lot of her interviews. Mm-hmm. And I think that she spoils things. So if a movie comes out, she'll be like, we're just talking about this movie. And let's go to the play audio of the scene where you die in it. And it's like, I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
Or when she assumed that there was no flute in there were no flutes in rap music. I thought that was pretty quick of her to say.
It was, but I'll give her a little bit of slack on that. If she doesn't listen to rap music, she might not know that. You know, she's an older lady. She's a hippie. She's cool. In some ways, I just have some issues. But anyways, I didn't want to read the book because I heard about it on NPR. Mm-hmm.
They didn't like it, huh?
No, I think they enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. But I sat down to, I guess, listen to Bob Moore, who is a narrator we really like from Bard. So I guess you could say I didn't want to read it, and I didn't read it.
And you did, yeah.
I didn't read it. I listened to somebody else as they read it.
Right.
But The Other Westmore is really good. It's really good. It's basically about two people who are born in Baltimore within months of each other, and they're both named Westmore. And one of them goes on to prominence. He's a White House fellow.
That's their last name, right?
No, their name is Westmore.
Oh, their first name is Westmore.
Their first name is Wes. Their
last name is Wes. Okay, not West. Okay.
No.
Westmore.
Westmore. One of them goes on to be a White House fellow. The other one goes on to serve life in prison for a murder.
Wow.
And the White House fellow starts writing letters to Westmore, the guy in prison, and they become friends and start a relationship. Not sexual, but I mean, like, the Westmore, who's like a prominent dude, like, goes down and visits the other Westmore in prison on a fairly regular basis. And the book is about their parallel lives. It's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Does that sound like something you would want to read?
I don't know.
Yeah, and the Westmore who became successful tells these stories. Like, his dad was a news broadcaster, I think, in the Baltimore area. And the dad got misdiagnosed when he went to the hospital and ended up dying a couple of days later when Wes was 3. The mom struggled for a while. She moved to the Bronx with him and his 2 sisters. And her family was strict, but because he was the boy, when he got older, they gave him more leeway. And he was getting into trouble. But then his mom worked hard to send him off to military school, and that's where he kind of found his way. It was really good.
Wow.
Yeah. I read another book. I think it's called From Hollywood with Love, and it's about the romantic comedy movement from the late 80s. It starts off talking about when Harry met Sally, and it goes through like the mid to late 2000s. I mean, it covers up to 2018, but really that's when the focus of the book is. It was good. I was surprised how many of the romantic comedies I saw. They talk about one of your favorite movies, The Wedding Planner, which is not one of my favorite films.
But I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you do. I don't. They talk about Matthew McConaughey during the book and, his stuff. And it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable, but not as good as the other Westmore.
They talk about Adam Sandler?
He does come up, especially in context of The Wedding Singer and his working relationship overall with Drew Barrymore.
Yep. I found a clip of them where Adam Sandler makes a song called Every 10 Years. So basically the joke is every 10 years, Drew and Adam act as husband and wife on screen.
Oh my goodness. They're like Julie Delphi and Ethan Hawke then.
Something like that. It's just a joke though, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I like Adam Sandler's early stuff, but at this point it feels like I can see the jokes coming. And I don't know. He's okay now. He's okay. But what do I know, babes?
You don't.
I don't.
You don't. That's a problem. But The Wedding Singer is one of my favorite rom-coms.
I know. How many times have we watched it together? Like 5 or 6, right?
No, we didn't watch it together.
We've never watched it together.
I watched it a lot. No. I watched it by myself.
I saw it twice the day that it came out, and I haven't seen it since then.
Okay. Yeah. That is one of my favorite rom-coms, if I want to be really honest. I like it better than The Wedding Planner.
I would hope so. The Wedding Planner. I just didn't get how you could like that. Like,
well, it's a chick flick, Bubs.
But we were watching it, I believe, over the phone because we had some like weird weather issues, and I was predicting every single beat of the movie. Except there was one thing I got wrong. I thought that Mauricio dude was gonna punch out.
Massimo.
Yeah. Massimo. I thought he was gonna punch out Matthew McConaughey. And he didn't. But that's the only thing that I got wrong in my predictions as we're watching the movie. I'm like, watch, she's going to say this, he's going to say that, this is going to happen. Which I don't think you appreciated.
No, I didn't. I'm like, would you just watch the movie and stop talking? I enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed it. But that's just, I think it's because that was a movie that I went to see in the theater, and I watched it with audio descriptive headphones.
Nice. Yeah,
I liked it.
It was just so predictable. But the other film they talked about a lot of movies, but one that we didn't like is Love Actually.
Oh yeah.
They talk about it in the movie,
confusing.
And they're like, "Oh, this is a really good movie," and then I'm thinking, all right, is this a Love Actually, love fest here? But then they said, but it has some flaws in it. Yeah. And we were originally going to make it longer, but we cut out a couple of the stories. So there's like 10 love stories in the movie. Uh-huh. And originally it was going to be 14. They shot 2 others that were cut out of the movie. And spoiler alert, one of the stories was like a black couple. because of course Love Actually is only about white people, right? And that's the other thing too. Like, as you know, I'm not a big fan of white privilege, and I'm not a big fan of people just talking about it. But in the context of romantic comedies in that era, it really is like a lot of affluent white characters when you think about it.
Well, you could say the same thing about people with disabilities that are supposed to be the characters that are supposed to have disabilities, where you have a an able-bodied person playing them.
Yeah, like for real. At least in now Love Actually, black people actually got edited out of the movie. They probably wouldn't even talk about writing a love story with disabled characters. Black people, you got cut out. Disabled people, we weren't even written about. Yeah. So, how do you feel about that there?
I'm more upset when it comes to able-bodied people playing blind people, or able-bodied people playing people that are in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
That's more upsetting to me than why is there no black person in the cast, honestly.
I hear you.
You know, I mean, because I don't identify with it. I can't see their faces. I can't see their skin color. It doesn't bother me as much as if, why is some person who has perfect vision is playing a totally blind person when they probably don't even know much about disabilities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't obsess over that there's no black people in a movie like Love Actually, but it is something that you do notice if you're cited like, oh, that's interesting. Well, this film claims to have all these different love stories, but yet how many of the characters are white? No, actually, there is a black character in Love Actually.
Is that the one that was doing the porn stuff?
No, I think...
Because he was trying to like shoot this...
No. If I remember the movie right, and the movie's very forgettable, the girl that the little boy falls in love with, I think she's black.
Oh,
but she's like the only black person in the movie, I think.
Right.
Maybe somebody has a friend who's black, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and what's that other movie, that one that you showed me that I didn't like, where it's like...
Oh, He's Just Not That Into You.
Is that what it's called? And there's all these different love triangles.
But there's only 4. There's like 4 stories, and I liked it because I saw it with my family on Valentine's Day, and I thought the concept was so funny that these girls can't figure out that their guys are not into them, or the guy that they're interested in is not into them. And I was just laughing at it because these girls were just so clueless about these guys.
Yeah, that's the one that had Jennifer Aniston, right? Where in the Drew Barrymore, she kind of feels like she's squeezed in there.
No, you were complaining that you thought she was squeezed in there, and I disagreed with you on that.
There were only 4 love stories in that movie. It felt like there were like 20.
No, I think there was at least 4.
At least 4, at the bare minimum. But
I enjoyed that one.
See, here's the thing. There's only having a white cast. Like, I believe He's Not That Into You, Just Not That Into You had, but there's also not having anybody with disabilities, and then there's also all these people are pretty well off financially. So maybe you don't want to show black people in your movie because you're a racist, which is bad, but Hollywood is racist. Maybe you don't want to show...
But maybe it doesn't have to do with race. Maybe it's like, if they made it clear that this movie is predominantly white, or this movie, this character is only written with... So what other characters are in there? Like, white characters.
Yeah. So my issue is these movies try to promote themselves as, we show love from all these different angles, but it's always an upper middle class to rich version of people who are not just white but don't have any disabilities. So is it really from all angles?
I don't know. I don't harp on this too much. Yeah. I think that what really just bothers me to no end is that
the disability thing.
The disability thing, because of people's misconception of disabilities and perceptions of it, and I wonder why they're mixed up.
One of my fantasies, babes, out of the many, is I'm going to direct an anthology love story movie where there's all these different people with, it's from the spectrum, so you might have some rich white people in there, but that's not going to be the only thing we show. But
I no wonder why people... I mean, there was one time... I think I can tell the story here.
Go ahead.
There was one time when I went to this party. It was the day before Valentine's Day, and a few of the people I went to school with were there. and it was at my friend's house, and there was like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with these two girls that went to school with me, and they asked me about, the guy that I was dating at the time before I met you.
Oh.
This was like 2 years before.
Go ahead.
And they're like, "Oh, is your boyfriend blind?" And I said yes. And they're like, "Oh, that is," the one girl's like, "That is so cute." And I'm like, why does it have to be cute?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so different than sighted people dating each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, but I think you're onto something, because if there were love stories between, I don't know, a person in a wheelchair and a blind person, like a person with like epilepsy or something.
Well, why can't it also just be a person in a wheelchair and somebody who's able-bodied?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A person in a wheelchair and someone who can walk, or a person who's blind and someone who's sighted, because it takes away the misconception of it, but they also have to make it realistic too.
Yeah.
They can't just make it seem like the sighted person does everything for the blind person.
Yeah.
Or the blind person can't do anything at all to help out the sighted person.
I got a question for you that's a little bit off topic, but
what?
So I have a friend of mine who, after we watched Love Actually, I kind of told him about it, and I kind of shitted on the movie as, only I can. And he's trying to say, it's actually not that bad, Rick. It had some good stuff.
I was confused
and
the whole time.
I have a feeling that my friend actually likes the movie, but didn't want to say so because I was, going into it. And I also may have defecated on a movie you liked called Serendipity to him. And I think he probably also liked that movie, but was afraid to say so based on how hard I was going in against it. My question to you, babes, if you have a friend and you talk to them about movies and they don't have the type of taste in movies you have, if they like movies that you think are really dumb, do you kind of look at them a certain way after that?
Well, I'll tell you this. I haven't thought about that before, but I remember when I was a kid, I would try to go along with my friends, and I was in elementary school then, right? My mind wasn't quite developed yet. I would try to go in a conversation, like if they said, "Oh, I don't like New Kids on the Block because you're wimps," right?
Yeah.
I would agree with them even though I liked them.
Oh, interesting.
But that's because I didn't feel like I had a voice, and I thought, well, if I agree with them, then I'll be liked more.
Yeah.
But that was what was going on when I was a kid, and then I got older and I had my own taste, and I'm like, yeah, I did like this band.
Yeah.
I'm okay to say it because that's just me. And I don't care if you don't like it. I like it. Yeah,
and for real, as much as I want to hate on the New Kids, their live show was really good.
It was amazing.
Their live show was really good.
I was so thankful that I went, and that I even though it took me a long time, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean I listen to their albums around my place when I'm alone, but it does mean I can appreciate them more after seeing them perform live. But I also think too, when you're a kid, you're almost supposed to have bad taste and stuff because you haven't had enough life experience to contextualize things.
I think the reason why too that I would just go into conversation agree with everybody is because I wasn't taught to have differing opinions.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't taught to have a differing opinion, that every opinion that my relatives made was always the right opinion, and I wasn't supposed to have one. And I think that's why I was like a go along to get along kid when I was a kid. But now I'm not like that anymore.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I can have my own taste in movies and music and books, and I don't have to pretend like I like something if I don't like it.
But if a friend tells you that they like all these really dumb movies, you don't look down on them or feel.
I just wonder, like, why would you watch that? But I'm not going to make them feel bad about watching it. I'm just going to say, okay, I don't understand why you like it, but that's you do you.
That's fair.
You watch what you want, and I'm not going to make you watch what I want to watch.
Nice. Oh, good.
I'm not going to thumb my nose and say, "Ugh, you're stupid."
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Nice.
You're not the thumbing your nose kind of a person.
I'm the thumbing my nose, but I might not say you're stupid, at least not to their face.
In your head, then.
In my head, I might go, this is a little bit strange.
Yeah.
But It was an interesting book, though. It's not like the best book ever, but it's a fun book. Mm-hmm. If you want something fast, that's kind of like comfort food. It reminds you of all these movies that you grew up watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
Comfort food, really?
You know what I mean. No. You know what I mean.
I guess.
So sometimes, babes, I feel like you pretend not to get something.
No, I really don't.
Do you know what comfort food is?
No, I mean, the way that you described it, I know what comfort food is. Of course I know what comfort food is.
So a version of this would be like you read a book that you really enjoy. It's comforting. Do you know what a comfort movie is? It's something you've seen a bunch of times and you can... I
know that.
And so you're just like mixing...
No, just in the beginning, it was just weird that you would compare it to comfort food, but I know what that is.
Yeah, sometimes What? What are you talking about?
Bubs.
Give me a kiss.
Initially, I don't understand your analogy.
But now do you get it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And now you agree with it?
Yes.
Ouch. You squeezed
I know.
My nose.
I know I did.
All right, give me a kiss.
You're not being good boy.
I am being good boy. I'm being good boy. Babes. I'm the never not good boy.
You watch it, I'll squeeze your
What? What did I do?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Again, if you do that again.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I love you, babes. I started this book called After Steve.
After Steve. What is that? That was the one about Steve Jobs after he died, right?
Yeah. The first chapter is Apple's presentation on October 4th, 2011. While the presentation is going on, Johnny Ive goes to Steve Jobs' house. And it's basically their last conversation. So people weren't sure if he was going to show up that day or not, even though he was terminally ill at that time. And they left a seat empty at their auditorium just in case he was able to make an appearance. Mm-hmm. They get called, meaning the executives get called over to Steve Jobs' place after the presentation. Mm-hmm. And they're thinking to themselves, he's either going to chew us out or give us instructions of how to run the company. And he basically gives them instructions and he dies the next day. Mm. That's in the first chapter. It talks about Johnny Ive and him growing up. His father was some sort of designer and that's how he got into it. Then it talked about Tim Cook a little bit and about how, Apple does feel a little bit culty when you think about it, because how many retail businesses do you know where after their founder died, the retail businesses closed down for an afternoon so that the employees could watch a video about how great the founder was? Well, Apple did that, but is there any other ones? Like, I don't think Walmart closed down for an afternoon
no.
after Sam Walton died.
That does sound kind of cultish.
And it talked about how they left his office in the condition it was when Steve Jobs left Apple for a while. I don't know if it's still that way. And that Tim Cook would often just go in there and think about things.
Oh, wow.
I admire Steve Jobs. Anybody who could get these intelligent people just worship him, I think is kind of interesting.
It sounds a little too cultish. I would agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Taking the afternoon off, really? I don't know.
Well, closing their stores down so the employees could watch a video about how great Steve Jobs was.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
And the flags flying at half mast.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding. Especially when a military person dies, they have the flags flying at half mast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. At some point, I would like to read Steve Jobs' biography with you. I think you'd get a kick out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was authorized. But it's well done.
Okay.
You really do get a sense that he was a flawed person from reading the book. Mm-hmm. At one point, one of his friends said he was an enlightened jerk. Because Steve Jobs was really into yoga and meditation and mindfulness, but he could also just go off on somebody, which I appreciate.
You appreciate?
Yeah.
Because you want to go off on somebody?
Well, I think that's a more realistic way of approaching things because it's living in the now. It's not just you practice meditation and go off, to a Buddhist temple for the rest of your life and talk about the birds and the bees. You were actually living it and yelling at people at the same time.
Yelling at people.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, tone it down.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess the same could be said about Miles Davis in the documentary because brilliant trumpeter, yeah. Brilliant trumpet player, but off the rails, crazy sometimes.
Exactly. I don't think he was in a meditation though. Maybe he was.
Well, even if he wasn't, he was still kind of crazy.
We should listen to his book too at some point because that book is really good. Was it called Miles Away or Miles? It might have just been called Miles. I read it so long ago. I listened to it, but it's a great audiobook. What are you thinking, babes?
Possibly. I don't know.
Oh. Well, good.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Mm-mm. But babes.
Yes?
Last night we had some baked potatoes.
It turned out really good.
They did.
And I suggested, hey, why don't we put some French fried onions on it? It was really good.
It was.
It gave it a really good crunch. Yeah. I had the bacon bits, cheese and the sour cream, and I've got leftovers. Nice. It was really good.
And then we watched the Jaylo Club.
Yes. I was a little bit worried that number one, the Jaylo Club would not be on audio description, and number two, they wouldn't read the subtitles, but I was wrong. I was very, very glad I was wrong.
Yeah, it's basically Keiko O'Brien.
Okay, let me explain it.
Oh.
It isn't Keiko O'Brien. It's Rosalind Zhao, who is one of the women in the story. She plays somebody named Rose, but we're going to get to her in a little bit.
Keiko O'Brien travels back in time, and she thinks that she's named Rose.
Bubs!
And it's about her and her friends in this... What?
That's not the story.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I thought it was their follow-up to Far Beyond the Stars.
No, that would be funny though.
Except it's like a 2.5 auto.
And she's in a Chinese American. She lives a Chinese American life.
Yeah, even though I think Keiko is Japanese, right? In DS9.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she might be because Keiko is a Japanese name.
Yeah. It's but this is they go through some temporal thing and she forgets that she's Japanese and
oh my
thinks
goodness
that she's named Rose and it's about her time with her friends. Great episode of DS9 with some flaws.
I think she's really. I think her last name is Zhao, so I'm guessing she's Chinese.
Nice.
Anyway, you interrupted me.
I did. For good reason.
So basically, the Jaylo Club was a club that was started by the narrator, June's mother, and I forgot what her name was. And she has since died, and they had a party for her because a party for June because June was going to be leaving to China the night after.
Yeah.
And while they're at this party, they were going through all these stories about the girls when they were young. So there's June, Waverly, Lena, and Rose, and they were all friends growing up. And the moms were like the aunties of the girls because they were all friends. Mm-hmm. June told her story about how she thought she was a disappointment to her mom because she failed at piano and other things. The mom later on said that she always thought that she was the best, even though she did things differently. She what did she she compared it to the best quality crab versus bad crab.
Yeah.
She said everybody wants the best quality crab and they're getting it from me, but even though you got the worst of it, you had the best quality heart, which I thought was a really good speech.
Nice.
And then another woman, Waverly's mom, I forgot what her name was. She was talking about how she had to marry this 11-year-old boy, and that her husband was supposed to make all the decisions, and then she made up the story to get out of the house of the mother-in-law by saying that our ancestor said that I can't stay in this marriage. And she ended up getting out of the marriage. and marrying somebody else.
Nice.
And having Waverly. And Waverly in turn was saying that my mom never was happy with what I did. Even when I married a Chinese guy, she wasn't happy. And then I started living with this American guy, and
that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was. She was like, showing her evidence that she was living with him, and because she was so mad at her mom.
Yeah.
And then Ying Ying told a horrible story about how she ended up going out with dating this womanizer, or at least she didn't know that he was.
So she killed his kid.
Hold on, I wasn't finished.
Oh, okay. Oh, keep going.
But boy, you be good boy.
I am.
You Washko boy.
I am. No, you Washko go. Keep talking, babes.
So, he was abusive to her. He was having a mistress, and she gave birth to her son, and she got so mad at him that she thought about killing the baby, and she ended up drowning the baby by accident. Or at least it seemed like
I was very confused by that. She thought about killing the baby as the baby's drowning by accident.
So I don't know. I mean, the book will probably explain it, and I haven't read the book in a long time.
Okay.
And then Lena was talking about how she split everything with her husband 50-50, and that she didn't eat ice cream anymore, and they didn't explain it, but it explains it more in the book.
I didn't feel like that had to be explained, that she didn't eat ice cream, but
no, there's a reason why.
Okay.
There's a reason why in the book, and she goes about it.
Nice.
She talks about it. And then Rose was always, doing everything that made her husband happy, and
including having a kid with Major Kira. Sorry.
No, that's Keiko, bub.
Oh.
No, she was carrying her baby.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Kara is carrying her baby.
Yes.
Anyway, this is not DS9.
With Cisco.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, Rose is different than Keiko.
All right, go ahead.
She was doing everything that the husband did, and it was also talking about the early years when they were dating, and his parents were super racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess they were ritzy, upper class white parents.
Yeah.
That probably went to country clubs.
That's the feeling I got.
Yeah. So super racist in-laws and all that. But she never told the husband what she wanted. She always did everything that she thought he wanted her to do.
Yes.
And including have a child.
Yes.
Or actually, no, anyway, they had a child. And then she was talking about how her mother, Anmi, had a horrible childhood because she was supposed to be like her mother was supposed to be the fourth wife of this guy.
Yeah.
And she ended up killing herself. And yeah.
A lot of stories here.
A lot of stories, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of anthology films.
Yeah.
I think the only exception to that is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I'm just not smart enough, because when there's so many stories, and you know how this is, because we've watched anthology movies together, I'm like, who is that again? Mm-hmm. What are they doing again?
Yeah. And I remember everything, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm just like, did we see this character before? This one was fairly good, though.
Yeah.
But there are some issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking to Rick, so you're going to get Rick's take on it.
Oh.
One, we don't know why Homegirl killed her kid. That's just sort of like passed over, and I thought, well, that's kind of intense. So that's one thing. Then we go to Rose and her man, and
yeah,
Rose is all like upset with him near the end of the story because he's not listening to her, but she never tried to speak up, and he tried to get her to speak up.
Yeah. And then the mom actually brought some things out, like, why are you making him another pie?
Yeah. But meanwhile, it's like, okay, the guy works a lot, and yeah, he cheated on you, but it's not like he didn't try to talk to you.
No.
And he tried talking to you before he cheated. You just didn't want to, like, respond.
Yeah, and then she never said, hey, I don't like this whole 50-50 thing. I think we should, think of another way to change it.
No. You're thinking of the other couple.
No, that was Link. That was. Oh, are you talking about Rose?
Yeah, I said Rose, I was talking about Rose.
Not Lena, okay.
Yeah, but Lena's, that's another thing. She got mad at her man because he was splitting things 50-50, which I could see, but maybe you discuss it with him and instead of waiting until you have like a big meltdown.
Right.
Right? But there are things about the movie I liked. Like the one lady who brings home the white dude and he's just like eating all Waverly, the food. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
When they're little kids and the girl couldn't play the piano.
Yeah,
and she playing the key of Z major.
Yeah, that's right. That was hilarious. And then she was in a recital, and she's like, "It's like my hand took a life of its own." And then she goes, "And then I heard it," and then she played a wrong note.
Yeah,
she played badly throughout the whole performance, and the deaf piano teacher thought she did great.
Yeah. Another complaint I had was, so the mom of the girl who played piano had 2 other babies in China before she came to America. And they were girls, and then she was separated from them, right? Mm-hmm. But it's explained near the end of the movie that she left a note with the girl saying, "Hey, bring them back to my husband." Mm-hmm. But the girls tracked down the family in America, which means that it's unlikely that they were taken to an orphanage. They must have been taken back to her original husband, in which case, if the mom's so concerned about these girls, why did she just assume that they're dead? Why didn't she think to check with the ex-husband? 1. And 2, when they reach out to the family, they talk to one of the aunties who claims to be the mom and then tells the daughter, "You're going to have to explain that the mom's dead because I didn't want to."
Yeah. I'm like, why didn't she just sign it, her friend such and such? So
this to me strikes me of some Hollywood executive gave this as a note. We need to have something like this in there. Mm-hmm. That sounds very Hollywood to me. Mm-hmm. Kind of like, and I compared it to the ending of Interstellar this morning. It kind of sounds like the same executive who worked on Interstellar probably started off on the Joy Luck Club. Mm-hmm. And I think you would agree with me on that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had some issues with the movie. What do you think of my issues? And then
I can understand why. Like I said, I think the book explains it a little bit better than the movie. But the movie, I did enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I wasn't as caught up on This Girl Can't Eat Ice Cream because even though I love it, I understand that people have different tastes.
No, but but like I said, if you read the book, you'll understand why she can't have it anymore.
Okay.
There is a very emotional thing about it.
But the book is better.
I think it is. There's more details in it.
I might have to read the book at some point then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would, if this was Siskel and Ebert, I would give it a mild thumbs up. Mm. I think it was good. It's not the best movie ever. I don't know if I'd ever revisit it, but I did enjoy most of it.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's good.
What would you give it?
I think I'd give it a strong 7.
I'd give it, probably a weak 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just a solid 7 because there's some things that are missing.
Yeah.
And even though I enjoyed it.
And that kind of threw me for a loop when Homegirl's mom knew where her kids were all along and didn't even bother to reach out. Yeah, June's mom.
Not Homegirl, that's in her name.
I thought it was.
June.
June's mom knows where her daughters are all along and doesn't even bother checking. It's like, come on, really? But that's just me.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you couldn't reach out, but I don't know. Yeah, and I would have loved to seen their interaction after June says that thing to her mom. I wish I was like those babies you killed in China. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But she didn't even know the story, though.
Yeah. And that one girl who we saw who was like the chess prodigy.
Yeah, Waverly.
And then Waverly stopped playing chess because of her mom. That I thought was really good.
Yeah, it was. Because the mom's like, you think it's so easy.
Yeah.
To go back into doing it, but it's not that easy anymore.
That was really good. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So there's good stuff in this movie.
Yes.
Very good there, Jaylo.
Very good.
And Oliver Stoner produced it.
Oliver Stone.
Stone produced it. Yeah. But that could mean many things. That could mean that he was like super involved with it, or that could mean like he put his name on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
that was I enjoyed it.
I did too. Yeah, but I'm not watching it again. Okay. We saw... I made a mistake, babes.
Yep.
We were going to watch the Brittany Murphy documentary, and then I found out that it's actually a 2-part docuseries.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
I'm like, no. So we're going through movies. At one point, you wanted to watch Much Ado About Nothing. I'm not a... I understand Shakespeare's importance. I'm not a hater, but he's not really my jam, right? And I know you say that to some people and they get really, really offended. But I'm just telling you how it is with me. So I wasn't very excited about watching that. We're going through the list of movies, and we find something called Blythe Spirit, or Blythe Spirits.
The Blythe Spirit.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you know what? I've seen the play. We should watch the movie. And I like the play.
Really good. Basically, Rex Harrison is this rich guy whose first wife died.
His name is Charles Condamine.
And the wife's name was...
Elvira.
Elvira died about 7 years ago. He has since remarried to Ruth. He's doing research for his next novel, so he invites a medium over, kind of to do some research and also to maybe clown on her a little bit.
Madame Marcotti is her name.
She's a little bit out there.
She's definitely out there, yeah.
They do a seance. At first, people aren't really noticing anything. She leaves, and then we see Elvira. Elvira, yeah. Elvira. And only your man, Rex Harrison, can see Elvira. But then he has her levitate some flowers for your girl, Ruth. So Ruth knows that she's real. Ruth goes back to the medium. They try to figure something out. It doesn't work. Ruth speculates that Elvira wants Rex Harrison to die. His name is Charles, right?
Yes.
Charles to die, that she can be with him. Ruth has to go into town. Charles was originally going to take the car.
And Ruth has an accident.
Yeah, because Elvira did something to it.
Which is kind of funny.
Ruth dies, and Charles has had it up to here with both of them by then.
Yeah, he does.
So he has seance after seance after seance. That's a great sequence.
It's like, no. It's like, are they gone yet? No.
No.
And so what Madame Marcotti does is she channels Daphne, who's another girl that died.
Yeah.
And she is her control.
Yeah. And
so she gets Daphne to see if they're still there. Then Edith wakes up, and
Edith is the maid.
And she doesn't know what's going on.
Yep.
And she's like, I really want to go back to bed. Now, Madame Marcotti kind of does this hypnotism thing so that Edith will do whatever she says. And so she decides to sing. She tells her to sing the song Always, which Daphne wanted to sing. Daphne likes to sing. And then Ruth and Elvira go away for a time.
Yes.
For a little while.
Then the medium says to Charles, you got to get out of this house soon. There's something not right about it. He gets in his car. It was rigged to crash. And he's stuck.
Well, you keep forgetting.
What's up?
To mention that the two didn't really leave yet because
I didn't forget to say that. What? They didn't leave.
No, I know that.
But how did I forget to say that?
Well,
you said that they were gone for a time.
Well, I'm sorry. He thought that they were gone.
Yeah, but you already covered that by saying they were gone for a time.
Yeah.
Okay. He crashes and he's stuck with these two ladies forever.
Now, when I saw the play, I don't remember if he died. I don't think he did. But there was a scene where the doors were closing and it was really funny. Yes. But they weren't talking.
Yeah. I don't know why, but this movie kind of reminded me of Death Becomes Her.
I liked it better than Death Becomes Her, honestly. It was Death Becomes Her was funny, but that may have been like a modern version of it.
Yeah.
It was funny and weird.
Yeah.
I like Death Becomes Her, but but there's something about the Blythe Spirit that I really enjoyed.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a little bit predictable, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, but it wasn't so predictable that you're like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
No, it was enjoyable. I mean, I figured they were all three going to be dead by the end, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think Bruce Willis's character in Death Becomes Her dies too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Near the end.
Yep.
Also, too, because this was made in I'm assuming Britain and not here in the U.S., where we have the Hays Code, you could kind of get away with a little bit more back then in the 40s when this was made.
And remember when he said he was talking to his wife Elvira, and he's like, you told me about Captain Bracecoat or whatever his name was, and he's like, well, I had quite an attachment to
Paul.
To Paul. I forgot what his last name was. It was really funny.
Yeah, you could not get away with saying a line like that in an American movie.
No.
In the mid 1940s.
No, not at all.
And it's kind of cool that they have that in there when you think about it.
Well.
What?
You would think.
Well, no, I mean, the character of Rex Harrison is bisexual, and you wouldn't see a bisexual character who's like the star of a film who's, kind of annoying, but basically a good guy in an American movie back then.
Right.
So that's kind of cool.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, I get.
Well, I heard that a lot of European movies were very loose about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, then that's a good thing.
And shows.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm happy there.
Jaylo. Okay.
What would you give this movie on a scale from 1 to 10?
I think I gave it a strong 7.
Nice.
I give it a little bit of a better grade than the Joy Luck Club, even though I like both of the movies.
I would too.
The Joy Luck Club is a good movie, but this one is good too.
Yeah, and you don't really judge dramas the same way you judge comedies. Like each film it's a different judging score. So even though you could like the Joy Luck Club more, you might give a higher score to Blithe Spirits for various different reasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Having said that, I like this film. I'd probably give it a 7.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strong 7. Yes.
Yes. Good stuff there.
Good stuff.
Would you recommend it to your family?
Yes, I would, especially since I seen the play in high school.
Oh, good.
It was really funny.
Good.
And one of my friends was in charge of the lights.
Oh, so your school actually put it on. For some reason, I was thinking that y'all went to a field trip to see this.
No. This was at my high school.
Nice.
Yeah, it was in the I think they had it in the one of the auditoriums.
You had more than one auditorium at your school?
Either I forgot where they had it, where they did the play. I forgot where they did the production, but a lot of people were watching.
I mean, you might have. My school only had one, but we were a small high school, though.
No, I mean, you had the gym, you had there was a gymnasium, there was a cafeteria.
Yeah, but you know that an auditorium is where people go to watch either speeches. I
think there was only one. Okay. I don't remember, actually, because it's been so many years ago, but it was fun, and I got to get out of class for it. And one of my friends was in charge of the lights.
I ain't doing homework today, Bob. I have a friend.
Bob!
What?
What are you talking about?
That's my impression of you. I love you, babes.
Oh, my goodness. What up?
Well, good. Well, I'm glad to know that you enjoyed this and you would recommend it to your family. Next week, obviously, I won't be here. But the following weekend, we've said we were going to watch Sleepers and War of the Roses because I read you that one and you said, why don't we save that for the weekend after my mom's here? So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch War of the Roses.
Directed by Danny DeVito, I believe.
Yes.
Who also did Throw Mama from the Train.
And who was the wife in that movie?
Kathleen Turner.
That's right, Kathleen Turner.
It's considered like a spiritual sequel to, was it Jewel the Nile? Oh, no, Romancing the Stone.
Was it really?
Yeah, well, I mean, they did those 3 movies together. Romancing the Stone, Jewel the Nile, and War of the Roses.
Oh, I didn't know that was a sequel. Okay.
A spiritual sequel, so it's not the same characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so it's not canon or anything.
Oh.
And in War of the Roses, they hate each other, meaning Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm excited to watch it with you. I haven't seen it in over 20 years.
Wow. So that's what happens when they get married.
Well, it's what happens when they're trying to get divorced.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
They were married and trying to get divorced, okay.
Yeah. Good stuff there, Jay. Whoa, good stuff there.
Yep, and a lot of people have talked about the War of the Roses.
Yep. Well, that was the saying, I think, before this movie came out.
Well, I remember I was watching this episode on 2020, and there were there was a couple whose last name was really Rose, and they were going through a really, really messy divorce.
And the wife's first name was also Rose. So
no, her name was Rana Rose.
So it wasn't Rose?
No.
Oh.
There was Rana and Royce.
There we go there, Jaylo.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, I'm happy.
I think her husband's name was Royce. I forgot. But
Royce Rose.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dyslexics call him Rolls Royce.
Yes. I heard they're nice cars.
Good.
Nice cars.
Yeah. Babes.
Yep.
Did you have any dreams last night?
Yes, I did. It was very, very strange.
Tell me.
I'm trying to remember now. You did actually have it recorded.
I did.
Yes. Now I'm trying to remember now. Oh yes, I remember now. Okay.
Go ahead.
I had a dream that there was this girl. I think she was supposed to be my roommate. I couldn't tell you what her name was because I can't remember. But she invited me to go on this dating thing with a bunch of people. But we had to wear blindfolds.
Yeah.
Which sounded kind of scary to me, even though I didn't see anything. And I said, no, I'm not going to go on this one. And she goes, oh yeah, these two guys are really upset. I think their names were like Pete and Jason or something. They're really upset that you're not going because they both want to go out with me or whatever. And I said, well, I can't. I'm in another relationship. I'm not going to go.
Nice.
And she said, okay, that's cool. Then I'm going to go. And it's like on a Saturday night. And I'm like, okay, bye. And then I was trying to ask my dot about something, and the dot just kept whispering. And it wouldn't talk at the same level I was talking, and until finally I said, hey, and then I woke up.
Nice.
Yeah.
When I was involved with the Blind Cafe, this actually isn't a horror story. I remember I was talking, this happened a couple of times actually, where I would be talking with people at the end of a show, and they'd say something like this happened in a Christian Bale movie where she goes, I think it's called Somewhere in Time, but that might not even be right.
Oh, wow.
Because I know her more as Veronica Mars and not her movie work. But where she was getting forgetting Sarah Marshall, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where she went to a dinner in the dark and met somebody and fell in love, but because it was in the dark, she didn't know who the dude was, which is kind of preposterous. But you know, it's Hollywood.
Yeah,
you know they're white and rich. So
was this in what movie was it in?
I just said I think it's called Somewhere in Time, but I could be wrong about that.
Oh wow!
Because I heard about it so long ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. There we go, there, Jaylo.
She never saw the guy.
I mean, I guess in their first date they didn't see each other, but you know, it's Hollywood. I'm sure they found each other at the end and got happily married. And...
Did you see it?
No.
You did it?
No, I have no interest in seeing a movie like that.
Okay. Yes. Interesting. Yes. Is that how said person thought about doing these dinners in the dark?
That is not how.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He stole it from somebody else, not from.
Okay. Not Kristen Bell.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yes, he did steal the idea, but no, it wasn't from Kristen Bell.
Okay.
And still is like, let's put it this way: he discovered the idea the same way Columbus discovered America. Maybe that's a better way.
No, that's not a better analogy.
Uh-oh.
No, Bubs.
Uh-oh.
No, he probably stole it. Just like how some people have generic brands and they're ripping it off of the actual brand.
Oh, I like the Columbus analogy.
No, it's not a good analogy.
Why not?
Because
what?
We have different takes on Columbus, Bubs.
Oh my God. A lot of C's.
Bubs!
What?
Stop it.
I don't see how you can... Ouch, I don't see how you can...
Bubs!
What?
We're not talking about that.
I love you, babes, but you have some childish views.
I do not have issues.
I said childish views.
Childish views?
Yeah, on Columbus.
You just think it's childish.
Oh my goodness. You see him as a patriot. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well, I love you, babes.
I love you, Bubby.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. It's raining a lot. It's been raining off and on.
Yeah, they say it's consistent, but it's not like too hard. So,
which I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, because I'm gonna leave soon and go out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of us don't like walking in really rainy weather either.
Yeah. All right, babes. Maybe we should kiss and wrap it up.
Oh my goodness, Bubs, we're not living in the hood, Bubs.
Oh.
Oh.
We're also not living in a country that Columbus.
Oh, Bubs!
Give me a kiss.
You stop it.
Give me a kiss, babes.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Okay, well, give me a kiss.
No.
Okay, then give me a kiss.
Give me a good reason why.
Because you need one, because you're stressed out.
Why do I need one?
Because you're stressed out.
Why do I have to kiss you every time I'm stressed out?
It's either that or every time you're stressed out, you have to read another book about Columbus.
Oh.
All right, give me a kiss. I'm saving you like 20 hours of reading, babes.
You're weird, Bubs.
You are. I love you, though.
You are.
All right, is there anything else you want to say?
No.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Hold on. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
See you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.